I'm gonna go on record and say this. The Last of Us 2 leaker is a hero. Let's talk about it. The Last of Us 2 is hot garbage, dumpster fire of doo-doo chips that I will not be playing, even if it was free, handed on a platter of gold, and on that platter of gold was the game sitting on top of $2,000 of money, and they said I could have the money in the gold platter if all I had to do was play the game and say it was good. Hell to the absolute fuck no. The leaker in this case not only saved me personally $60 of my hard-earned cash dollar bills, but many other in this case, he pulled a Robin Hood, where he stole from the greedy crunch time developers naughty doggos, you naughty mutts, and then replaced the wealth onto the poor civilians who were walking into this ugly monstrosity trap being dwindled as a nice sequel to a game that everybody loved and had high expectations for, and drained it dry. There is a saying that all truth will come to light in time. Well, this is the time, and that's why the leaker is the hero. They're now also saying that they know who the leaker is, and that the leaker does not work for Naughty Dog or Sony, which means there was probably no NDA broken, and there may be nothing they can do to him in court. But we do not know the full information about this, so we will find out eventually. Because he could even just be a game tester, and if you're a game tester, well, you did sign an NDA. So we don't know much about him yet. But let's get back to the point of the video. But, and there is so much bad press right now going on for Naughty Dog. Not necessarily Sony, because Sony is its own company. But with Naughty Dog themselves, they are going on other people's YouTube, flagging their videos. Some videos are not even using footage, just talking about the leaks, or some are not even talking about the leaks, but they're just going on there, flagging the videos, getting them took down, copyright strikes. Like, that is bad, and I don't even think you can do that. They're like abusing the YouTube system. Like, that's gotta stop. Facts. Which only leads to my further point. Like, they're trying to cover this up, and it's like, it's out there, bro. We know now. Stop making it worse for yourself. Just face it. But no, they're gonna try to make it worse because they're trying to save themselves and keep whatever kind of sales they have by silencing everybody, but it's everywhere. And people like me are just not going to stop, and we're going to keep talking about it and just flooding the market with it because that's what it is. Now, let's get into it more. And I honestly think that the reason that I'm calling the leaker a hero is because, let's face it this way. Once people paid their hard-earned money for this game, right? Say the leaks didn't come out, but they paid hard-earned money for this game, including myself. Because if it wasn't for the leak, we wouldn't have known, and we would have been anticipating it being one of the best games, right? We pay our money for the game. We start playing the game. And then we find this out. The backlash would be 20 times 10, 20 times 500 Goku Kaioken, brothers. Like, it would be worse. It would not be better. It would be a riot. There'd be tons of YouTube videos, and then people would feel cheated out of money. This for the leaker saved all of that from happening. It helped the devs out. It helped the gamers out. It just got all the ugly out, bro. It got the ugly out. And there's just, I'm even reading reports that inside the company there was devs that didn't even like the changes that the game was going, but they bit their tongue because they didn't want to be blacklisted in the gaming industry after working so hard to get there and get in that position, even with that company. And that's just awful. I feel bad for those people. Because imagine working on something, right? Imagine working somewhere. Say you love the franchise Last of Us 1, and you finally got on board with the team to start making the second one. You're pumped, you're hyped, you're ready. And then they come in and like, yeah, we're going to fuck it all up. We're going to tear this down. We're going to do this. We're going to have this happen and this happen and this. And then you're like, well, and then you try to voice your opinion, but then they start threatening you, like, if you voice your opinion about this, you can lose your job. Like, what? So now you have to work in there, right? Biting your tongue because you can't give can't give cohesive critical feedback as a developer, voicing an opinion in a fair, loving way because you love the product you're trying to work on without getting ripped apart, backlash, and blacklisted from the industry. Now think about it. These people also have bills to pay and maybe kids to raise. So therefore they just shut their mouth, worked, did their crunch, and took it up the ass just to make the deadlines for this trash-ass game that they weren't even fond of and can't speak about because, I mean, sham fucking wow. Bravo, Naughty Dicks. You guys deserve an Oscar of kissing my ass. Anyway, the leaker is a hero. There's nothing you can tell me any differently than what I've already known now and what I'm putting out there in the earth, in the universe, in the gaming news journalism to be journalistic for truth. They can't stop us. There's too many leaks. You cannot plug us. We will not stop this information. Free information will not be suppressed. We will all unite to shove this game up their ass, make them not buy, and maybe they'll look in the mirror and say, why did we do what we did? And if not, well, I hope the game sucks. It already does, but I mean, I'm talking sales-wise. I hope this shit flops, ends up in a garbage bin where it belongs because it's just hot fire doo-doo garbage that no one's going to play, because if you did play it, you would have to be a basic moronic idiot in the gaming life of any gaming life, because gaming is a waste of time anyway. So for you to play this game is just even more idiotic because there's other better games to play, so you're just a moron. And that's how I'm going to say it. And this goes out to all of you. You developers, you sleazy balls of life, clinging on to leech like a parasite in the next $60 wallet of another gamer because we got nothing better to do in quarantine. This is a lesson to you. We will not, as gamers, put up with shit being shoved down our throats so we could just give you our hard-earned money. You need to wake up. You would think after gamers revolted with EA and showing EA that they sucked and gave them the finger, you would think, oh, well, it's time to start making better games and making better moves because gamers are actually standing up for this. They're talking about this. The internet is powerful. Back then, there wasn't no internet to discuss old games, so when old games came out, if they were trash, well, you would read about it in a magazine. Well, now we have the internet, and we have YouTube, and we will voice our opinions, and our opinions have value. You guys can't just shy away from it like, oh, that's just a peasant voicing his opinion like a little ant. We'll squash him and keep it going. No, because as ants, they work and they multiply and they have millions, armies everywhere, and we will all spread this information. You will not suppress this information. So you would think with all that being known, Naughty Dog would know better. You would think with the characters they created in the first game that they would know better. They would have a better, pleasant approach. Now, I don't want to really say what happens in the leaks because I'm not that much of a dick, but when you really look at the leaks and then you understand it and then you'll find the backlash and then you will be even mad yourself. And it's like, I don't mind when certain things happen, but when you just go overboard, overbearing, it's just like there's a thin line you don't cross, and they crossed it. All right, so just because they have Naughty Dog's as their developer title, like, oh, we're Naughty Dog, we've made Uncharted 1 through 4, they're the phenomenal games, and we've got The Last of Us 1. Well, you just shitted on The Last of Us 2, and just because you're a king at one point don't mean you can't get dethroned. I like using that analogy because it is true. And now we are here with them being in the backlash of all backlashes because their game is trash. It's the reason why everybody's talking about it. It's because it's 100% garbage. Anyway, like I said earlier, I hope the game flops, ends in a bargain bin where it belongs. Do not waste your money on this game. Do not even buy this game. Don't rent this game. Don't even look at the game. When the game comes out, there'll be some idiots and some morons that stream it for clout. But it's just not worth it, bro. It's really giving your money just to earn some clout tokens of streaming this garbage game, putting your own brain and eyes on this terrible, terrible torture to yourself. Do you really want to torture yourself for some views, for some clout? It's garbage. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't waste the money. Don't stream the game. Don't buy the game. Don't rent the game. Don't like the game. All you gotta do is throw the game away in the trash. I promise you. It'll go away. Let the game flop. Let it die. Let it die. Anyway, guys, I'm Husky Puppy TV here at NGI. You know I'm going to cover all the news, good and bad, positive and non-positive, and I will voice my opinion, and it will not be suppressed. Make sure you hit that like if you felt the rant was a good video, or dislike if you didn't because you're a moron. Thanks, everybody. Hit that subscribe button, and I'm out. Peace. Oh, Wolfpack Gang. Cue the outro.